show you the chickens. They're all happy. I can hear there's a chicken in the nesting box also. I don't want to open it up, but there's the nesting box right here. I can hear. But these guys are all wanting to get out. They want me to feed them. They've gotten trained now that if I come down here, they think they're getting let out. I let them out each day to give them a little bit of free range time. Not a lot, half hour or so. And then I'll feed them some corn to fatten them up. They're looking pretty good today. Yesterday they were looking a little run down for some reason. I don't know. Maybe the bobcat. I've been telling you in the last 2 videos that we had a bobcat here the other night. And that thing has scared, I don't know if scared is the right word. It sure has gotten me on high alert. It was just something that I didn't really expect. I've said that in 2 videos now. It was big. You know, bobcat, I know, I've lived in Missouri my entire life. I've heard about bobcats. I've seen videos of bobcats. They're just not that big. This one was huge. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, it's probably not the biggest that there has been. I mean, they said the bobcats can get up to 50 inches tall. This thing wasn't 50 inches tall, but it definitely wasn't bigger than a house cat. I mean, yes, it was bigger, but not slightly bigger. It's been a pretty rough few days. So what I've been doing is I got my little squealer back down here. I had put my squealer up there by the wood pile just in case somebody ever decided to mess with the wood pile for some reason. I seriously doubt if anybody's going to mess with it up there by the house because I can hear them. I mean, how are they going to load their truck up with firewood? That's right there by the house unless, you know, I'm not home, but I'm always home. The bigger issue I have is, you know, somebody coming around the property line here, which is possible to go on the neighbor's property line and come down and get the solar panels or the firewood here. So, I mean, down here it's all just, I got to trust the neighbors. I got my tiller down there. If something's going to happen, it's going to happen down here. It's just not going to happen up there by the house. So I moved that down here last night. The problem with moving it down here, it seems like it goes off for every little thing. And so you're always looking out the window. With the bobcat, I have been on high alert. Last night, it goes off. I look out the window and I do see movement down here. Can't really tell what it is. It's dark, obviously, but I see movement. Now, it was a pretty full moon, but it was just a shadow, just a glimpse. And I thought maybe that bobcat did come back down here. Now, here's my problem. The reason I put it on this side of the chicken coop here is because I got the plastic windows. And I know they're not the most secure thing in the world. As a matter of fact, I got this one on wrong. It should be running that way. I'm concerned that the bobcat get in here. Now, I know that the raccoons and the possums and all that, they're never going to be able to get into that. They'll pull and pry on it, but they'd never be able to get into it. So that's why I put it there. Cat would never be able to get into that. I got 2 of them here. It's worked out really well. I can look in, see the chickens, make sure they're all in there, and the chickens can see out. The problem is if I don't have a window on here, they stay inside all day because they think it's dark. So giving them these windows has really helped out, letting them know that it's time to come outside. And they come out pretty early, 6:30, 7 o'clock, right around there. Now that it's, you know, staying dark so late. So I saw a shadow. Now, I'm sitting there laying in the bed. I'm fully clothed, but I have my shoes off, my boots. You know, my boots got a lot of traction and waterproof. Well, I didn't have time to put them on. I wanted to get down here and make sure that bobcat would leave the chickens alone. So I put on well, actually, these are Carolyn's Crocs. So I put these on. There's frost underground. You can actually still see there's frost on the ground still yet this morning. So it's pretty slick and I'm sliding around. I'm not going to be running any marathons in these shoes. And I got my headlamp on because I am concerned about that bobcat still. I do bring my little pistol with me just in case the bobcat happened to be rabid and decide to stick around. Since it's come over here, I've done that quite a bit. I'm actually kind of concerned that he's going to hang out here in these weeds. These are all rocks and I can't mow that. Maybe with a weed whacker, but it's pretty. So, I mean, I just don't want to destroy everything I got. I like that there. But I am concerned that he's going to pop out over here where the generator, you know, as I'm walking from the generator and to the chicken coop. So, I'm not really expecting too much because I figured once I made enough noise, he'd run off. But I just wanted to make sure the windows were still attached to the coop. And so I get down here and I don't see anything. I'm checking everything. I walk around the run several times just to make sure that he's not inside the run. I don't know. I just like walking around in the full moon. Just looking around, make sure everything's okay and the full moon's really pretty. And I don't know, I get around to this side and I hear a noise coming from the camper. And now I'm startled. Why would the bobcat be in the camper? So again, I'm in my Crocs, so I kind of mosey over here. I don't want to go into a big chase with a bobcat. I don't want to have to run. So again, I got my pistol. I'm not advocating that you shoot wild animals. I didn't want to shoot him either. I like to be able to figure out a way to get rid of him. Like I said, I'm going to buy a radio and we'll play the radio all night. And hopefully that'll keep him scared away. You know, I had several things going on in my head at once. There's something in the camper. Now, it could have been anything. I mean, it could have been a possum or a raccoon or a cat. I mean, but I didn't know. The door was closed, so I wouldn't even known how they were gotten in. Sometimes that door will blow open, but it wasn't a windy night last night. I cautiously come over here, and as I'm walking, two guys dart out. Holy cow, there's people on my property. And of course, I used some language that I probably shouldn't have. Well, because it startled me. And so, I mean, what else are you going to say? It was the first time that I've ever seen anybody on the property that wasn't supposed to be here. So I'm not even sure what they were doing here, what they were looking for. Now, I do know that a while back, our neighbors, I say neighbors, I would assume she's down the road a long ways. She used to work at the gas station. This is the only way I know about it. She had some chicken stolen by a person. She had footage of it, a camera footage, security camera. And somebody stole her chickens, I guess to eat. I was thinking, well, maybe they're hungry. They were coming down to get some chickens. I mean, I don't know what the reasoning was. They run off that direction, which is, I expect that's the way they came. Earlier in the night, I had heard ATVs running up and down, which is pretty common around here. A lot of people run their ATVs. I mean, I don't have a problem with that. It's the country. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So I don't know if they had an ATV to get up here or what was going on. I didn't call the police or anything. I didn't want to make a big deal. I don't want the police on the property. I mean, just more exposure to me. I've had enough police on the property, and I've told you all about that before. So if you want to see all of that, you can go back and look at my police interactions on my playlist. If you go to my channel, you can go to my playlist, you can see all those playlists. One of them is the police interaction that's been around here. I'm going to get another one of those squeaker noises things. That way I can put them throughout the property. I really don't think they were interested in stealing any of my equipment. For some reason, I just have this instinct that they're going to want to eat my chickens. What I am figuring out is they probably walked in front of the squealer to get the chickens. My guess is they thought the door was on this side since the window was on this side. The door is actually on the other side where the chicken run is. So they got into the squealer and they started to panic and didn't have any place to go because I came outside, you know, with my headlight. So I guess they went in there, was hoping that I would go away. But then I heard the noise and I started walking this direction. And they had no choice but to run. Now, I know people are going to say that I have the right to shoot them and all that. A lot of people overreact in this statement. Oh, that's what you need a firearm for. Well, I had one. And if they'd shot at me, or if I'd saw a weapon, or if they were starting to take aggressive action towards me, then if you look at self-defense laws, you can say, that was a serious situation. But if you just start shooting at people just because they were trespassing, you can't do that. I'm sure somebody's gonna say, oh yeah, you can, because I get this all the time. But why do I want to shoot somebody? I don't even want to shoot a bobcat. It's not like I'm some sort of, I won't kill a fly. I mean, I eat chickens. I butcher my own chickens. We're gonna butcher pigs. I'm not the type of person that says that you can't kill things. I mean, you have to. But just go around killing things just to be killing things, I don't agree with that. When I was catching these raccoons, a lot of people said, don't waste your time, just shoot them. Why? They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're hunting for food. I have food for them. They want to get it. I don't want them to have it. Let's just relocate them. I'm very satisfied with the way I got this property set up. A lot of people tell me that I got to do things a certain way and I need to do more security, and I have plenty for security for what I need. If I wasn't home 18 hours a day like I was when I had the 8 acres, I would buy a security system. Somebody that can contact the police when the alarms go off. I had all that. But here, I'm here all the time. And just like last night, nothing happened because my security system worked. The security system was my little alarm went off. I went and investigated and I chased off the bad guys. Don't get me wrong, it was a little bit more shocking than if that bobcat would have came running out of there. I wasn't expecting that at all. It got my breath up a little bit. And that's good training for me to be more prepared. So far in the last 3 days, I've been shocked twice. Look out the window and this big old monster bobcat. But I've talked about the no trespassing signs. I have no liabilities now, and I'm very satisfied with the way I've set things up. I feel like Carolyn and I have discussed this quite a bit, that we're not people. I think the town has come to understand that I'm going to leave them alone. I'm going to put a link to a video to my other channel. If you can check that out, I'd really appreciate it. It'd help that channel grow a little bit, get me monetized on it. So I hope I can inspire you to take your security seriously so you can live your dream. Thanks for watching.